Hi everyone, welcome. This is Gem 314 Tarot. I hope I find you all well. Thank you for returning and hello if you are new. We're just doing a collective seen and unseen today. So I've got seen, unseen, and what's in between. that's a new addition. Cause I had 4 and 4, or I had 4 and 4, and it just felt like it's not enough. So I asked Spirit if we could put something in the middle, and they said, sure, put something in the in between. So that's what we did. I laid out the first light tarot. Now remember, not all messages will resonate for every person, so leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You're all at different points in the timeline, and like I say, I can read the script, but I can't tell you which characters you all individually play. And I can't tell you where on the stage that you stand. You can only read the energies. So for the first light tarot, out of 14 cards that I laid out, only 4 of them were minor arcana. Everything else is very high numbered major arcana. So we've got the world here, renewal. We've got the moon, phases. We have the devil, trapped. The star, potential. Okay? Anchor card, the hanged man. So we've got 21, we've got 12, we've got 10, 15, and 17. If anybody's looking for number syncs, I'll do those again. Let me see in order. 10, 12, 15, 17, and 21. That's just for the first light tarot because we remember we laid out the in-between, and all 3 of those are major arcana also. Okay? So what I'm getting from this collective is that I feel, and I know I'm feeling this. So I'm sure others in the collective are feeling it too. I feel like we're just along on the whim of the universe at the moment. There is enormous change going on around us, with us, in us, for us, to us. Tons of change. The first card we got here, and a lot of it is just ending, like we've got 21, the world, we've got 20, judgment, 21, the world, that's the end, and then in the middle we got the fool. So it's like coming back around. We've also got the moon, the hanged man, the devil, the star. So we've even got in between numbers. We've got the fool, which is 0. That's the beginning. We've got 10, 12, 15, 17. That's kind of in the middle. And we've got 20, 21, 17. I mean, there's a lot of energy here of things that we're not in control of, basically. Things are turning, things are moving, things are changing within us, around us, for us, to us. Like I said, this is very, very uncomfortable energy. So here on the world, it says the end and fulfillment. It says long-term goals accomplished, a cycle done, and a reward granted. It's rebirth, renewal, reincarnation, celebration, and harmony. Okay. On top of that, you got the 3 of Wands. So this is playing out a little bit in the 3D, but all that very major arcana energy is cosmic. That's why I feel like it's like we're along for the ride, and we're kind of like just hanging out for dear life, trying to figure out how to get through it. We're just trying to survive. We're just trying to get through. We're just trying to keep our heads down and not fall off. That's how we feel right now. I'm feeling it. I don't know if anyone else is feeling that way. So here with renewal and the 3 of Wands, I ran across an explanation where they said the 3 wands represents ideas, plans, and opportunities. So now I look at it as like each of those wands is labeled. One is the plan, one is the idea, One is the plan and one is the opportunity. So this is anticipation and progress. So the world, of course, being the last card in the zodiac, is the end. Dun dun fin. Okay, everything is tallied. Everything has ended. You're going through paperwork. You're getting your reward. This always reminds me of the end of the school year. And here in the middle, we do have judgment, which comes right before 21 because it's 20. So here we've got the past is being examined. There's forgiveness on both ends. This is like when you hit judgment in the card. This is the Archangel Gabriel. I can't show you because the people are naked. Well, I'll hold it back here. Can you see it? There's tushies, but there's no genitals, so I think that should be okay. I don't want to get flagged by YouTube for being vulgar. But on the judgment card is people, adult man, adult woman, and a child, and they're being called to judgment. So in the Rider-Waite deck, you can see that when the angel comes out of the clouds and blows the trumpet, they come out of their graves. That's the rapture. That's when the end of all things, and we're all taken up, quote unquote, bodily and soul back into heaven, right? I don't necessarily agree with how that's going to play out, but I believe judgment happens for everybody and everything, every situation. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily one big event at the end. It's the end for all of us at our specific time. So when Archangel Gabriel blows the trumpet, what it does is it opens the grave and it brings up everything that had been dead, okay? And it's renewed and it's put to account where we go to heaven or whatever, and our soul, well, now we switch to Egyptian, where our soul or our heart is weighed against the feather of truth. And if it weighs lighter or the same, we can continue on through the underworld. If it weighs more, then we've got to go back. Okay? Just like I said, finishing school. You got to take your final exam. And if you are weighed and measured and found worthy, you can pass the test and go on to the next level, right? But if you flunk something, you have to repeat it. That's what this energy always says to me. There's an ending here, and there's an account, taking things into account that have happened up until now. It could be your conduct, it could be um, it could be someone else's conduct, it could be how you were treated, it could be, um, I heard I went through all this and it didn't give me exactly what I wanted. So let me review this and see if I want to hang on to it and try it again, or if I want to just let this go and try something new. Okay, that's the key for the judgment card. It's calling something up and you either allow it to continue on or you cut it and you send it to God, right? That's it. It's done. It's dead, dead. So here with the world, something has ended. Fine. You've got harmony, you've got rebirth, and you've got your reward. That's the thing I want to really emphasize with the world card. In the Rider-Waite deck, the figure on the world is the goddess, the Greek goddess of victory. Her name is Nike. So even though this is an ending, I feel like you're gonna get rewarded for whatever you put in. They're showing me cooking. Like, no matter what you do to the cooking, when it's done, that's what you eat, right? That's your reward for the work you put in. And I think they're showing me that, like, the value of the reward is going to reflect the work you put in, even including the mistakes. But please, they want me to emphasize, don't look at it at okay, so if the reward isn't as sweet as you had anticipated, and maybe it was because something along the way you had to adjust yourself and you put in a little bit less or a little bit different, or you had to come at it from a different angle, and that affected the result, do not hold that against yourself, okay? because we can have a plan, and we can have an idea, we can have a plan, and we can have an opportunity, but the outcome will always be different. And if it's not quite, I heard, as sweet as you thought it would be, or as perfect as you thought it would be, it's still yours. And the imperfection in it is not a judgment on you. It's very unbiased, okay? I want you to look at it as very unbiased. Um, but with judgment here, you do have an opportunity to maybe go back and adjust, quote unquote, the recipe. Okay, so whatever you had been doing, you can maybe revisit it and change out some things so you can get a new outcome the next time. Okay? Here we've got the moon and the page of cups. Now we're getting into emotion here. Moon phases, this is timing, it's exploring the shadow, it's mystery, instinct, discovery, illusion, it's everything under the sun, literally, that the sun usually drowns out. Now, I've been describing the moon energy lately as what is hidden underneath the ego. And when the bright light of the ego, this in this case being the sun, goes under the horizon and the moon comes out, that's when we're left in our feelings, okay? That's when we're left to explore who we are inside, what we truly want, what is our intuition telling us, what are the things that we're keeping down in the dark. I feel like there's some energy here of denial. Some in the collective have been denying something deep within themselves, that if they had acknowledged it, brought it to the surface, utilized it, really let it shine, that outcome would have been different. But now you're left in a situation where you're reaping the reward of something that you put into motion, that because you held your inner intuition, your inner dreams. I feel like there was something about this situation where, quote unquote, you knew better, but you had to keep that down because you needed to do this work in this situation. And because you didn't acknowledge what you knew better, it affected the outcome. Okay? So if this does come back around, I you're being advised to give more credence to your own feelings, your own intuition. It's almost like I'm seeing somebody going, that's not gonna work like you think it's gonna work. And someone else going, well, this is the way I have to do it because blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I just have a feeling that's not going to work the way you think it's going to work, because you have some kind of way to look at something where it just, for you, it goes click, 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 and you can see how it's going to fall into place. But when you warn somebody about it, they're like, nah, it's not going to happen. I've got everything set up just fine. And you're like, all right. That I feel, I don't know why I'm getting that with this moon energy. On top of that, you got the Page of Cups. To me, the Page of Cups always says testing the waters. So, I feel that some in the collective have been so removed from this inner realm for so long that it's like you're going back into it very tentatively. It's like somebody who hasn't been swimming in a decade and now they're going to jump back into the pool, and it's like they gotta reacclimate to get used to how that water feels, how the temperature feels, how the weight in the water feels. This feels like somebody who is rediscovering, coming back around, rediscovering their instinct and their deep intuition about things, but they're coming back as a page. Okay? And that's in the scene energy. So there was an ending, and you are waiting on the reward. Okay? Be good or bad, be bitter or sweet or sour, you're waiting on your reward. But I feel like you feel, or somebody in the collective feels, that they could have done better if they had listened to themselves a little bit deeper. Okay? So in the unseen, we've got devil energy trapped. This is Capricorn. It says, oh shit. Oh, I can't read it. Uh-oh. Hang on. I'm going to have to get up. I got to see if I can read this. Okay, the word I couldn't read on there was materialism. So this is something where you're kind of like slave to material things. Now, please, that's not a judgment, okay? We are all at it in some way like beholden to material well-being, all right? So that's not what this means. But devil energy is, remember, the lovers. It's the lovers in chains. And the lovers is always a choice. Therefore, the devil is a choice also. The lovers is the acceptance of a commitment to something or someone else that is emotionally fulfilling, but it's a promise like I'll support you, you support me. I want to cooperate with you. I have your best interests in mind. You have my best interest in mind. We are both naked in front of each other. This is my soul. I know your soul. I want to walk together with you. All beautiful, sacred, pure. It's lovely promises before life has a chance to bog you down. This, the lover's card, is a promise of love before it's tainted, okay? It's all in good intentions. It's all with the best of stars in the eyes, overflowing emotion. It's beautiful, it's pure, it's sacred, it's all the good things. By the time it gets to the devil, it's been tethered by so much responsibility, obligation, promises, um, material codependence, things like that. It could when you're bogged down like that, sometimes you fall into addiction in order to cope. That's why addiction is here also. But being Capricorn energy, this is not learning a lesson so that you can move on from it, okay? This is love gone bad. It says materialism, confinement, obligation, being stuck, loss of freedom, fear, and ruthlessness. And this is in the unseen. And then on top of that, you got the Page of Wands reversed. So whereas the Page of Wands is beautiful, energetic, enthusiastic, optimistic, I'm running with this new wand and it's like a new adventure. Reversed, it's just that. It's the opposite. It's low energy, can't move, and delay. So you feel like you're being trapped in something. This is on the down low, this is in the unseen. There's something that you feel you are being trapped to, that you can't release yourself from. There's a delay in movement, there's a delay in information. You feel like you can't move and you have low energy. Something is draining you. I absolutely feel that. Ever since the new moon, now I'm coming back slowly, but ever since the new moon, I've been completely exhausted, completely drained. Like somebody plugged something into the back of my head and just sucked out all my energy. And it's been like that for a week. And it's tough because we've got a lot of work that we have to do in this week. And it's just, I feel like, especially with Mercury retrograde, I feel like this is the absolute worst time to be hindered because there's a lot of heavy energy here that has to be dealt with. I'm feeling it in my life. I'm feeling it here in my house. I know you guys might be feeling it too. There is things that need to be acquired, and all I'm getting is roadblocked, roadblocked, roadblocked. And it's scaring the shit out of me. And I'm sure it's scaring the shit out of others that are feeling the same way. Like, okay, I had been very, very, what is it? reluctant. I've been very reluctant to say anything about like personal matters, but the more I read the cards and the more I hear spirit saying you have to say what you don't want to say because you're not the only one who's going through this. It's like you're not special, you're part of a collective too. So whatever you're going through, you have to talk about it so that people who are going through the same thing can hear that they're not alone. And I'm like, fucking fine. All right, I will. So yeah, there's stuff going on in my house where we've got it's this feeling of there's a fucking deadline here, and all I'm getting is roadblocked. All I'm getting is obstacles. All I'm getting is stalled and low energy, delays in information, delays in change and movement. That's that Mercury retrograde bullshit. I'm sick of it. And it's like I've only got a limited amount of time here, you know? So then next to it, we've got the star potential and the sun reversed. So this is success, happy endings, promising beginnings, Aquarius energy. What stuck out for me here with this card, it says dormant opportunity. Okay, and then on top of that, you've got the sun reversed. It doesn't matter if the sun is reversed. It's still the most powerful, wonderful card in the deck. Okay, or one of them. The star is a close second. She's really high powered also, and we did get the star twice. So, there is a feeling that even though we're grinding our gears, there is energy much bigger than us that's in play, and we're very I heard we're being stubborn and we're being like children, and that's fine because the reading from yesterday, the children card came out reminding us that we're all children from source. And it was almost like, in the Harry Potter movie when the kids were talking in Snape's class and Snape went up behind him and he like pushed their heads to be straightened out. That's what I feel like is happening, especially because we got the children card yesterday. It's like spirit is coming up behind us and going, hey, look at your work and pay attention to your work. Stop looking at the neighbor. Stop looking out the window. Blah, blah, blah. Stop looking at the clock, I heard too. So, here with the star, potential, dormant opportunity, wishes now possible, success, happy endings, and the sun reversed. So, the sun reversed always reminds me of like, it's not a full blue sky, beat down, sunny kind of day. It's a sunny day with a few clouds. You know what I mean? Or it's like it's it's not even that the little imperfections matter. It just makes it different. All right. So I love this because in one instance in the unseen, we've got the devil, we've got trapped energy, page of swords, upside down, delays, low energy. That's how I was describing how I felt after the new moon, is that I feel drained and my body is achy and new things are going wrong. And, it's just with that, it's very frustrating when you've got so much to do, but then you get up and something else has gone wrong with your sense of health or whatever. Then you've got the star and the sun. It's like there's two competing energies here in the unseen, in the down low. But in one instance we're being told, especially with the devil card, 15 and 17, the star, you have to let go of the things that have chained you. So there's something here in the collective that is keeping us stuck. And that is what's keeping us hung up. That's interesting because I just said we're being hung up by something. And here in the anchor position, we got the Hanged Man. So, yeah, this feels like being strung up in something that there's a combination in my vision here of the devil with the chains on the lovers and the hangman where he's hanging upside down. And I feel like this is just we just kind of tripped into something that got us caught up. We're just caught up for a moment, okay? Um Even though these things sound very ominous, the devil and the hanged man, but I really see that it's just temporary, it's momentary, okay? Because we got the star twice, we've got judgment, we've got the fool, and we've got opportunity here under the world and renew. I mean, it's really good. But like I said, with the unseen energy, this is stuff that, so I used to just describe the seen energy as when you're boiling a pot of water, the bubbles at the top that have already come to the surface and you're actively working with them, that's the top row of the scene. The bubbles that are still at the bottom of the pot that haven't gotten big enough to rise to the surface, that's the unseen. This is stuff that's still bubbling, okay? This also could be, it depends. Like I say in the beginning, I can't tell you what character you play. I can't tell you where you stand on the stage. I can read the script, but I can't tell you your motivations. Okay, everybody has to put themselves where they resonate. Now, also, the unseen energy could be energy that you yourself are working with on the down low, that you're not showing to the surface. You're not allowing other people to see your hidden motivations. So this unseen energy is either way, it's energy that's being hidden, whether the divine is working with it or you are, okay? Now, in the in between, this is the bridging energy. We got the star. I dropped cards from, oh, wait, let's do the anchor position first. The anchor position, we've got the Hanged Man. Number 12, this is Pisces energy. We've got Cancer here. Oh, let's do the signs real quick. Aquarius with the star, Capricorn with the devil, Aquarius again with the star, the world and judgment. Well, the world is the fixed signs. The fool is Aries. The moon is Cancer. I mean, there's a lot going on here. Hangman Pisces. Okay. We've got last look underneath before you break the surface. So when I was meditating over the hanged man position, they told me to remember that it is Pisces, and Pisces is the fish. So what they were showing me was a fish coming up out of the water, but it's right before they break the surface tension, okay? And it's one last look. Well, when you're under the water, everything sounds different, everything looks different, there's different buoyancy, there's different creatures, everything under in the emotions, in the intuition, in the hidden aspect of the self. It looks different than what is in the light, okay? So they're showing me that in Hangman energy, there is one last look back at the emotional state of your soul before you break the surface and you come out of the hanged position, okay? This is surrender, exploration, deep perspective. It's a transition, a crossroad, a turning point, and decisions being made. On top of that, you got the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is emotional fulfillment. I love you, you love me, we have a happy family. That's shit like that, okay? It's the setting up of, and it's not the 10 yet. It's not the 10 of cups yet, but this is preparedness. This is preparation for. This is deciding what cups go where. They're going to be filled any minute. I have all my cups in a row. I have them all set up. I'm ready. They're here. Everything has come to this point. This is a 9, so it's almost the end. Everything has come to this point where I am ready to receive the love I put into it. But I know I hate that. But when I looked up this combination, there is a call or advisement that there may have to be some sacrifice here. You might have to sacrifice something in order to, like it says, sacrifice leads to satisfaction. All right. After deep honesty and perspective and a change of emotional needs, contentment will be achieved, possibly in a different way or place or with a different person than first hoped. Okay? So, on top of that, I dropped one more card for it because it kind of felt like it was still not enough. So, I dropped a Lenormand on the anchor position, and you got the key. Look at that. You have the key. It says insight, discovery, breakthrough, epiphany, revelation, blah, blah, blah. There's a solution here. There's a skill achievement here. There's knowledge now accessible. So, yeah, we're in this hangman position. We feel caught up. We feel locked up. We feel prevented from moving in some way because this Page of Wands is reversed on the devil. So we feel like we can't let something go. There's an obligation here. There's a responsibility here that we can't cut ourselves away from. It's hemming us up. We're in hangman position where we have to really take a deep dive, a deep look, and we have to make they're showing me again like the divers, the swimmers in the Olympics. There were pictures coming out recently of what their faces look like underneath the surface tension, right? Before they pop through. And they're still fully submerged in that world before they come up. And this is one last, it's like getting to know those waters very deeply before you can break through and bring the knowledge from those depths into the sun. Okay, it's still right next to the moon. It's still moon energy. So there's some in the collective that are still really deep cleansing. That's what they wanted me to say, deep cleansing. So now we can go to the in between again. Star energy, Aquarius, potential, direction, success, happiness. But in this case, it's also a redirection, okay? I forgot to say that about the star with this card, but that's okay. Some cards can mean other things. When I get the star sometimes, I always see the North Star Polaris, okay? In this case, on this card, maybe I can show you because I don't see no boobies. She's got her hair in the way. That star and the stars around it represent the Pleiades, which but to me, it's Polaris, the North Star. And in some cards, it's got the Big Dipper on it. So to me, this is recalibrating where your true north is, and um, it's like charting a new course back home. Your heart is finding its center again. That's what this means. It's recentering. And so these jugs that she's pouring water from, one is the sun and one is the moon, and she's in the middle. And it really, really reminded me of the High Priestess card, where she sits, even it looks like it a little bit. She sits between the pillars of light and dark. And that's a key saying the truth is somewhere in between the black and white, okay? And in this case, she's sitting in between the sun and the moon because one picture is gold for the sun and one picture is silver for the moon. And she's the star in the middle. It's like a recentering, okay? A healing and finding the equilibrium between the ego and the intuition. This card comes after the Tower. Remember that. So we've got two cards of recovery after the Tower without the Tower actually being here. We passed the Tower already. So it's not here. It's not coming that I can see. It's just we feel hemmed up a little bit. Okay? This is rebirth, rebirth, renewal after the Tower, redirection, and hope and healing. Okay? Hope and healing, redirection, rebuilding after the Tower, wonderful energy. Next to that, you got judgment. And we went through judgment. This is the past being examined, forgiving and receiving forgiveness, and then deciding, do we go past this, or do we repeat? Do we sign on again to try it again, or do we let it go? That's the judgment here. Do we release it, or do we carry it with us? Okay? And next to that, in the in between, you got the Fool. A brand new start, a new opportunity. This is bold, blind leap of faith with no baggage and no expectations. So, I feel that this underneath energy of being stuck, I don't know if this is in the future or what. Let me think here. They said this is all happening at once. Okay. I heard this is the link between above and below, but it's all happening at once. So knit it all together. That's what I heard. So yeah, there is something in that I heard we're ignoring. There's something that some of us in the collective are ignoring that is keeping us bound to old things. And we can't release it yet because there's fear here. I heard fear of judgment, fear of being judged. But this is obligations gone bad. We've got to release it because we're upside down. And next to it, it's like the star and the sun. This is potential to heal. After we release this devil energy, even the sun is upside down, but it's not that bad. It's just like, oh, and they're telling me that even on cloudy days that it's still beautiful, because if you're in the direct beat down sunlight for all day, you could get overheated, overwhelmed, um used, spent, tired, sweaty. I mean, it's beautiful. You think you want the full sun in the moment, but clouds coming past to break up the heat a little bit so that you have some shade, some breeze, some cool in between the heat. That's beautiful too. So that's why they're saying that the sun reversed isn't a bad card. You know, it's still gorgeous. It's just tweaked a little bit. So, I hope this is resonating. I hope the messages are reaching you for your highest good. If you're vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a like, leave a comment, please share or subscribe. It really helps the YouTube algorithm get my content seen. I am really trying to do this as a career. So, in the description, you'll find my email. I'm now open to doing personal readings. We can do a video chat, live video chat, probably with Facebook Messenger, or an email. I can send it by email, or I can do video just like this and post it as a private link on a YouTube, where only you'll see it. Or I can do a birth chart inquiry. All those services offered for $40. One of them for $40. Also in the description, you'll find my Venmo and my Cash App. So if you make a donation, make sure you drop me an email and tell me that you donated. Tell me what service you want. Okay, let's connect. Let's do this. I'm really excited. Let's go on then to the ancestors cards. Now we've got some ancestor oracle card. Yesterday we got the star ancestor, and that was follow the voice of your soul. Today we got the stargazer. And oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Remember when I was saying about the star, okay? In the Lenormand, which is where we get the key card, came from the Lenormand deck. In the Lenormand, the stars card is someone in a boat with a sextant pointing at the stars. That's why I always equate the star card with recalibrating towards a new home, towards a new direction, recentering, recalibrating. I heard the GPS. recalibrating, new route. That's what I hear. Um, but in the boat, like I said, gazing at the star with his sextant, and it reminds me of this card here. It's like he's the stargazer. I love looking at the stars. I had a telescope when I was a kid. I don't have one now, even though I would love to, but I absolutely am completely enthralled with the sky. That's why I've been leaning more towards sidereal astrology as opposed to tropical, because sidereal is what the true sky is doing. So, the stargazer. This says, set your sights higher. It says, go beyond your limitations and believe that the impossible is possible. This says, you are on the verge of a miracle. Oh, that's also the star, is miracles. All of your dreams and aspirations are within your grasp, and you are being guided to focus on your vision. The angels who are with you are encouraging you. There is nothing that you cannot have or achieve. There's an opportunity at this time to heal an old wound or a pattern of lack and not feeling good enough. In the past, you've often found it impossible to recognize your worth and to believe that you were deserving of blessings. Oh, that's hitting way too loud. Oh, I was just talking about that the other day. It's like I come from you be quiet, you be as small as you can be, and you take up as few resources as you know what I mean? It's like you don't, I have very deep seated issues with deserving. That's too loud. Do not appreciate. Angel and ancestor wisdom is reminding you that you are in an incredible and infinite spark of the universe. And the universe is not only within you, it absolutely adores you. Well, duh, I'm a gift. You are talented, filled with strength, and have the abilities you need to turn your wildest dreams into reality. I think the problem here is that we've been so bogged down in how this heavy last bit of this cycle is that our energy is drained. We've even got the sun reversed. So there's kind of like a feeling of delay in our healing. But I mean, I feel like we're just being tossed on the rocks here sometimes, and we just have to take a deep breath and get through it. We also have the she-wolf. Oh, unleash the wild within. This says, let your wild side up and out. Unleash your talents and your desires. Oh my. Oh my, my. This sounds naughty. Let's see how naughty. It says, you are being rewilded. Rewilded. What a concept. I heard you're being set free. You're being let loose. The leash is off. The collar's off. The door is open. The moon is out. It's like you're being let out into the yard to be naked and free. Like that feral, you're being allowed to tap into that feral side again. You are being rewilded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. Oh, safe word, everyone, safe word. If you've been holding back on your hopes and dreams, you're being encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wolf energy within help you track down what direction you want to go in, and don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your freedom and your growth. Don't get distracted. The life you want is here. So that's very encouraging. And I love that because believe me, I've been stuck in this cycle and there is a lot of fear. There is a lot of, oh shit. There's a lot of we're not going to make it. There's a lot of, you know what I mean? There's a lot of doubt here. And this is saying not only is the power here to push you past that point, but you got to take a breath, you got to let go of the rocks, and you got to just let it push you, okay? So we're going to end with some some last oracle cards from my theme deck. This is for the collective, please. I didn't even look at what the astrology is doing. Yesterday we did sidereal Pisces. So that means that was all in Aquarius. You know what I mean? I'm just doing straight collective, no astrology right now. So for the collective, please give us last oracle messages for the collective and what to do in this cycle. Well, they said to get a summary first. Okay. So something is at the end, but it took us forever to get here, and even we don't see the end yet. Okay? We have to get in touch with our intuition. They're telling me that while you're waiting for the world to get here. Oh, I heard the John Mayer song, Waiting for the World to Change. You might want to look up. I don't know what the words to that are. All I heard was waiting for the world to change. So while you're waiting, quote unquote, for the world to change, take stock of how you're doing in your inner world, okay? Your intuition, your feelings, your dreams, your hopes. There's a whole you under there that you've been neglecting for the material, and that's that devil energy, that material obligations that have keep us hung up. Page of Wands upside down. Page of Wands is new movement. Let's see, Page of Wands. Active, energetic, cheerful, optimistic, fearless, enthusiastic, forward and ready, but not always forward-thinking. New ideas, good news, and opportunity. All that is upside down. All that is on its ass right now because we're still bound to some kind of material concerns, okay? And that's not, again, that's not being scolded. That's just reading the energy that's here. Of course, we're bound to some material concerns because we're human, right? Hold up, pause, rest, consider, and chill out. Pause, rest, and consider. That's that hangman energy with the star. Give us some more for the collective, please. Moon phases, Page of Cups. It's like get to know yourself. Reintroduce yourself to yourself. This could just be like, take some time. I mean, take a few moments and really be honest with yourself about what you want. What is your dream and where is it leading you? Are you leading yourself astray or are you allowing others to lead you off this path? Because not only our dreams oh, I just lost it. Not only are those dreams I heard it's your path. It's what you're here for. And we do get distracted by material things because we say, well, I cannot pursue this dreamy, idea until the fucking bills are paid. And that's how we get bogged down in the material of it. I get it. I'm not judging. I get it. Work through that with the energy that you can in the timing that you can. Okay, the world is here. Um, uh, I'm not judging. Like I said, this is just me saying what energy is here. And the energy that's here is that we're being called to reevaluate what our inner needs and dreams and visions are and balance that with the material needs too. Oh, somebody's coming in. See, somebody's coming in with some news, some gossip. This is the tea. Gossip, news, visitors, catching up, information, conversation, the grapevine, and chatting. Okay? I feel like you've got to touch base with some people first. Or maybe you don't. I mean, maybe this is them coming to you because I really don't think that you need to touch base with anybody but yourself. Ooh, soulmate is here. Wow. Interesting. Fear, worry, and a tense situation. Yeah. Grasshopper is here. Something needs careful handling. Drink, think, and poop. All right. It says hydrate, meditate, eliminate. And that can be on a spiritual level and on a physical level. That's why I say it's also drink, think, and poop. Get it out. All right? Don't keep it in. You got the goldfish here, which is small luck. Increased growth, wealth, good luck, prosperity, abundance, transformation, and harmony. I love it. It's like I see this little goldfish swimming in the waters that the star is pouring back and forth. Okay? Love it. Grasshopper. Situations in the balance require careful handling. Okay? We've got the dagger. Fear, worry, a tense situation. That could be down here by the devil. But then look at this. We got soulmate. I like this here next to the 9 of Cups. Okay? Remember, the anchor position, the key, the cards that are tying all of this together is the Hangman, the 9 of Cups, and the key. And that means that we have to pause. We have to go deep within, self-reflect. We're going to be topsy-turvy, in our emotions, but we have to be there and we have to honestly cut some lines. They were showing me fishing lines in the deep ocean, okay? We have to cut some lines, cut something loose, make some decisions about what is going to make us happy in order to bring in the 9 of Cups. And then we had, like, on top of that, we had the key. It's like that's insight and discovery and a breakthrough, epiphany. I feel like that's okay. And then when it said when the card said the last look back before you break through the surface, and then the key here has breakthrough on it, a skill achievement, a solution comes forward. You are absolutely, absolutely, if you are true to your moon nature, this Page of Cups is just like the fool in the underworld, okay? So if you are true to what you find when you go deep within yourself and you make the right cuts, just that'll help bring in that soulmate energy, okay? But again, like I said, we're in that devil trapped with the Page of Wands upside down energy. It's like we're being caught in between. But like I said before with that water energy, we have to let go of the rocks or we're just going to keep getting bashed against them. We have to let go of the rocks so that the divine can push us past that break point, okay? Past the rocks, back up on shore, back into safety, back onto dry land, back, you know what I mean? It's like we're being bashed against the rocks and we're pissed about it, but we're hanging on to the rock. That's that devil energy. If we let go, then the tide can push us beyond those rocks. That's the key there. That's what I think I'm going to put in the description. I don't know that. There we go. The bell. Okay, divine call. The wheel. I felt it. With the world here, I actually felt the Wheel of Fortune also. Cobwebs. Yeah, you're protected from negative forces beyond your control. Ooh, that one flipped. Put 1 second. That's interesting. Okay, that should be good. That should be good. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So we got the bell here. Divine call, spirit is present. I mean, look at all this major arcana. Of course, spirit is present. They're the one driving the boat, you know? We've got the wheel. What goes around comes around. Again, with the cycles. They said the wheel brought in the world card. And it's going to bring it out. It's like tides coming in, coming out. What else do we got? Cobwebs. You are protected from negative forces beyond your control. Okay. I heard those are the remnants of old spiritual structures from before. It's the dream catcher. The dream catcher is a spider web, right? And it catches the nightmares, so they don't get to you. But the cobwebs are the web that's been abandoned, so it's kind of old, but it's still there to protect you. Okay? We've also got Archangel Uriel. This is the illuminator. Hey, illumination. I love that. Even though this is Gabriel in the judgment card, I feel like the same energy is here. It's illumination. Archangel Uriel, wisdom, clear sight, the light of God's truth, decisions, resolving conflicts, awakening intellect, guidance, the light of God. So you do have bright guidance here, okay? I heard for some of you, for most of you, that bright guidance, you will not see it unless you look in yourself. Okay, you got to quiet the material world, quiet the 3D mind, and do the moon, hanged man, page of cups work, okay? Dagger here. Last ones we've got are 555. There's time for you to embrace change and follow a new path. I feel like that goes along with the Fool card. Remember, the Fool goes on. The Fool goes forth, leap of faith, with no baggage. Okay. We've got the ending card with the World, and we've got the beginning with the Fool. And the Fool is a whole new cycle. You cannot go forth in Fool energy carrying baggage from a past life, from a past cycle, from a past from a past you. Okay? 555 change. Time for you to embrace change and follow a new path. And the last one we got is 10, 10, 10. So we've got the middle of the cycle and the ending of the cycle. Personal development, awakening and enlightenment. Keep your thoughts focused on your mission and your life's purpose. All right? That's what I've got, collective. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope this resonated. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Go to the description where my email is. Let's connect with a reading. And my Venmo and my Cash App there, ready for donations. Thank you so much. Until I see everybody again tomorrow. Okay, thanks. Bye.